Some, must be some cells connected.
Yeah, well,
You think?
there's, and you can get more cells than you.
So what's
When
the
you
point
only
of this?
this,
Are we
you
just
this.
launching
Just say
topics
what you're
around,
gonna
or are
do.
we having a specific theme?
No, I think we're gonna,
It's just you.
Then you think about it and it goes around to the table maybe and everybody says their
No, we-
answer.
or we can just
I
pass
don't
this thing
know.
around.
Yeah, we could start, we could, like,
I
they
think we
start with
just
the answer, and
drove.
then if you want, you can pass or go, and just say yours, share yours. Like,
Except for Dad.
no.
Evan's meeting, so you can't ask him.
If you have a smart answer, you say it. If you don't, pass, and then it goes quicker. If you don't have something that's really good, then just
Or do you wait
Well-
to get a topic that everyone really wants to
We just
discuss?
say pass.
I realize maybe that was
Oh my god!
I don't think, well, I guess the answer is.
Your mom's like, you just say pass.
Early
They
millennium.
were a whole bunch of
Okay,
things
so
they would
let's-
utilize for a bunch
let's
of
pick
things
this
later.
and then you get
They
to, then
came out of.
you get to pick
They
one
were
of the cards.
you couldn't control the cost
Number-
layers.
number one.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with
You know,
this,
it was
but,
not
and then you can
used
pick a
for
card and
high
start with
school
you.
use. It was used for art.
And it was not.
Well, it looks like
pure.
you already did.
Halfway into it.
Only half
It was
the.
only used
Well,
on
that's-
for
They
players.
all had the stupid, they had those stupid lights.
Suggested instructions.
Fiber optic shit, you know, and you broke it off and then the light was up here in front. And this is around. And then somebody thought, oh, this is actually pretty good, you can strip this stuff.
What do you mean how to find it? How do I find what?
And if you bundle it, it got really bright.
Those books are just about every hallmark of the nation.
Deliver it at any angle without.
Well, yes, how? Sorry, so the autism in my aunt taking that literally.
Fill all
Sorry.
the information that I could read from a single source.
Once you get done with your dental book.
God, I had so much fun in Kentucky when I was over.
You can give me the paper. I'll see.
Just pass it.
Oh,
that's
Somebody pick
cool.
a basket in the.
Is that the picture book?
That does have.
I'm gonna be the clutter robot.
Alright.
Love it.
R2D2 to rescue!
Beep, 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 beep.
TV is now tuned off.
The CEO of our company calls me the Tesla bot.
That's right.
We're bringing back the memories.
Beep, 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 beep.
My
beep.
car turns 2 this
Through the
month,
years, Kenny
like
Rock.
next Thursday.
Mine just turned
At
on.
midnight. So if you want to send a
Your
car,
memories? Yeah. How old?
Or a gift card to the Tesla store.
And it was so much fun to walk in the
I'll send
At
you a
midnight.
file.
Oh, yeah, they were so quiet.
Fairmont, West Virginia is where they met.
Well, that's where you grew
That's
up.
where we were born.
Yeah, I was like, that's where you're from, that's where you would be.
So I was gonna make a quiz with a QR code around, so that people could, quickly take a quiz, like, where did Jane and Ed meet, and it'll say a dance in high school, or whatever the different things, and then you would click and you would get a score at the end, or maybe not, and then we can tell everybody, but then they're like, no, our people don't know what QR code is. So,
QR code
yeah, I know, I
everything.
made a Kahoot for
It's
Steve.
just, it's harder. when you're
Did you
not
see the
walking
QR
through.
codes on our New Year's card?
Forest.
I probably did, if I did, I did it. What was it? Remind me what was it? I probably did. If I see a QR code, I zap it.
It's just your
Like,
websites.
Trey had one for his website.
Yeah,
Drew
I've
had
seen his
one
website.
for his.
Yeah.
And then
Yes,
I
I
had
did.
one
I
for
zapped it.
mine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I know we know what them. I'm just saying, so I didn't do it. I could still scramble it together. I did a Kahoot for his party, and we didn't even do it because.
Nobody cared, we were having too much fun doing it.
But hey, that could be something we do Monday night when we have nothing to do. How well do you know Steve? Because I got a Kahoot for it. But anyway, so I didn't do it.
It's just like a party, nobody cares.
It made me think about it because
Yep, Trey
they
here,
were just
that's the
talking about
doorbell.
where they met. And I know the answer because Mom
It's
told
okay,
me,
use
but
this.
I don't want to tell her.
Polka
So
dots.
in case
Oh yeah,
you
Trey's
think-
here.
No, not there.
Trey's here. Oh, there's
It's okay, you know.
Next to the.
So I know where they met, but I didn't say because I don't want to ruin it if we do that. But if we're not
It's
doing
gonna be
it,
hard to pull them away from us now.
Okay. Can I have the book back, please?
you can share it with us.
Okay, moving on.
Next.
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 Oh, there's so many people.
Oh, Trey's coming.
You know the people in there?
Some of them.
Back in the day.
Well,
That's crazy.
That's a tiny town.
I know, but if you got one for Tucson and
There are only
Dave,
300 people, it's like your high school. Did you know those people?
My aunt Fern had a Merle Norman
Nice.
store right next to the.
Hey.
right
Oh,
next to
hi,
the-
Ray. And my friend that I went to high school with.
I'm not
Her
in.
family owned.
We're playing a
house.
game.
You need food?
She's been sending all those pictures.
You want food?
What is it,
Why?
Guppies?
Is there a specific texture or flavor you're looking for?
There's
Pulled pork in there, there's potatoes.
Okay, where are we here?
What's
Yeah,
up?
and then
You
it's like
pull apart any
another
part.
barbecue sauce.
It's up on the corner in the crock pot.
Big car.
Pick a card, any card.
It vanished.
one you can read.
And you're not allowed to swap them out.
Asa hurts.
Who's next?
You.
Me? What world events did your family watch on TV together?
You're not allowed to look at this.
I don't have. I don't have.
He's like, don't have to think about
We watched Kennedy's.
The news after
We
62.
did listen to that in the car.
69?
We didn't watch it.
No, but we watched the whole thing.
The coverage of it.
That's
You
later.
were glued to the TV the night of the in 69. Watching the Little Lamb.
That it was his family, I think.
I graduated in '65. Who shot in '64? Kennedy.
60.
Kennedy wasn't shot in 64, he shot in 62.
College, maybe?
Okay, well, that was 2 years before I graduated.
That's when he wanted to shoot Johnson. Didn't
Hey Dad, how long do you
Oh,
toast
we
those
always
pepperoni
watched, we
rolls?
always sat down and
He does
watched
20
the
seconds in
Rose
the
Parade.
microwave, and then he
Ah,
puts it in
New
a
Year's
toaster
Day,
for
yeah.
however
Watch
crispy
the
he wants
Rose
them.
Bowl.
There's a toaster, like a
Rose Bowl
toastness
in the
level
rain.
on the bottom.
In the back.
So
So
does anybody
is that
else want to share
frozen or
something amazing that they watched
From
as their
refrigerated,
family?
he does microwave for 20 seconds, and then he does the toaster.
No,
That's it.
Anytime did it say
I watched the
69?
inside
Should I come
of
in
his
there?
testicle.
Should I not say?
Yeah, I think he
wanted to try one of those.
Watch the
Sure.
inside of your womb.
Do you
I
remember
wasn't
watching
even in
the
there, I
game?
was an egg.
It didn't say a
Watching
date
what?
on
I was
there.
a fragment
Give
of
me that.
DNA.
No, it
No
don't
date,
say
it was in
date.
1969.
You
So
pick
I
any
said,
time, any day.
when you were when it said in your family, when you were growing up, it didn't say
No, the year.
69. So
I said
does
69
anybody
because it was a
else?
world event.
Okay, am I supposed to pick it?
No,
Yeah, yeah.
pass it.
So it's like the whole idea is, does anybody else have a memory they want to share?
I was just being salty.
So this says, who in your family met someone famous?
Oh, God. You know that.
You guys used to live by glorious stuff.
But you'll have different answers. 'cause
No,
you have different
no.
lives.
We've been together since she was 13.
She was born.
I have an
Gross.
They
answer.
are from West Virginia, so.
You guys need to listen to the
I
answer.
told you,
It's not fun.
I had to wait to get married before she could wear shoes.
It's the dumbest
So she
thing.
could get me on.
Three people think that's the dumbest thing. Give it up, buddy.
Okay. How about, I had to wait for
It's her turn.
her, not for that.
And
It's her turn. She gets to answer the question.
Are you asking me?
Oh, she gets a turn?
somebody famous, yeah,
So,
okay.
who did you
My
meet?
mother
I was
had
never
a
around.
picture taken with Colonel Sanders.
Oh, there's a winner.
Not only that, but how about Jerry West?
What about him?
You guys didn't meet anybody famous or than Colonel Sanders?
Bill Cosby.
Wait,
We did, but you said somebody in your family.
Fuzzy Knight, Don Knox.
Bill Cosby.
Yes,
And where
that was way
where
later.
were these? Was this at a golf tournament or something?
Oh gosh, you want to talk about the golf tournament? Fred McMurray, his wife. Gene Martin, Bob
Oh.
Hope.
Craig.
But you didn't
I,
really meet him.
Bob Hope, I was following him when I was at the golf tournament.
Who was the guy at the piano at the bar?
Oh, God.
Billy Joel.
That was, no, you know who it was?
Yeah,
We're not talking about saw, we're talking about met.
And we met him.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like I saw a lot of things.
I was following Bob Hofer on that.
Who did your
How
He
come you
doesn't
don't recognize me?
I mean, he doesn't. Your parents meet, they
He
meet.
said, "Go ahead." I said, "Well, I'm a veteran
famous?
In the suit. My dad's operating
of
a lot of
the
things.
bar in Hawaii."
Who?
Is it the man?
I can't disclose anything.
Liberace.
Patient.
How about that beer? Who else would be in
I
there?
can play you the.
Yogi Bear.
Okay.
I think it was just a zoo bear. but
What?
like, yeah, you
It
operate
was
a
a
bear.
zoo bear. No, he.
I know.
Tatum O'Neal?
Let's move.
Leslie Baxter?
No, that, he wrote.
Stephen Fear?
No, the guy was.
Christopher Joel Carter?
Quiet Village?
That's what it says. Earl Grant. 1968. Quiet Village, Earl Grant. Got a YouTube.
Maybe it was someone else playing a cover.
David
No.
Logan?
This guy was.
Martin Denny.
Martin Denny.
Oh my god, thank you, Google.
And she kept trying to get her to go to Hawaii to a meeting, and she didn't go because she didn't believe me. And I kept putting this seat, this tape of Martin Denny, Quiet Village, in the CD.
In the car.
Not the CD,
Yeah.
the tape thing in that old Chevy Suburban. And every time she got in it would play Quiet Village. by
You're
Martin
trying
Denny.
to brainwash
So
her?
she finally said, okay, so we were over the Grand Relais was just open. And we were the first people in there. And we walk in, and who's playing the piano at the bar? Martin Denny.
That is a cool story. Is that a true story?
It is.
Oh my god, was that your method to get her to go there? Or was it just a coincidence?
No, it was just playing music for
He
the
had no
Island
idea.
show, Quiet Village, by Martin Denny. And all the birds in the background.
Yeah, I on the YouTube video there was a parrot.
Yeah.
I just thought, what? Why did you pick
Do you
that
wanna go out,
song
Gizzy?
to represent Hawaii? Or was that just a coincidence? Every time you got in the car, it was playing that.
No, I
He
had
was trying to get
You
her to go.
intentionally did that? To get
Yes.
her- Why would she want to torture her?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure.
Trying
I
to get her,
understand.
get her in Hawaiian mood.
It's like,
Without putting
Okay.
the.
oh my god, I can finally
Somebody
hear
else needs to turn
What?
to
Okay,
Steve.
okay.
freaking noise.
Anybody else?
It's
know
like
anybody famous?
droning.
Hey,
So
all the
glad
time.
it's off, you know?
Especially when I worked in Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you met too many, you could, you
Amy
could be
would
here all
love
day.
that thing if it was in her room,
I mean, working in
because she
film,
wouldn't hear me at
it's
night.
just never did.
Yeah, you work with a lot of things.
You met Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
Oh,
I met
yeah.
a lot of people through Kristen, but I don't even remember some of them.
But you met them.
I met, oh yeah, I met them. I even took pictures.
Paula.
And Paula.
Some of my friends are famous.
Did you ever operate on somebody famous or?
Yeah, quite a few.
That's
Yeah.
dangerous.
What?
Don't fuck them up.
One of them was, one of them was Nixon's attorney.
Oh, you should have.
What?
Nixon's attorney, before or after?
Kleindienst.
Really?
Was it before?
Yeah, took it 2004.
Before or after?
After.
Watergate?
Yeah. Right after,
You
right
should
after
have
Watergate.
screwed his face out.
He ended up going back to Arizona.
I bet they did a background check.
He was in Bill,
That's crazy. You never told me.
Bill Becker's office, and he called me. He said, "Come down. I need you to take a trip." So I went down there. Oh, this is something Kleindienst. And I said, "Okay, nice to meet you, sir."
Did you know who he was?
Isn't that crazy?
And the other guy, Bridie's wife, is in my office, and his name was Larry Spivey. He was the first guy on the news program.
I worked with Stone Field.
60 Minutes?
Press.
Oh.
What the hell is it?
Meet the press?
Meet the Press. He was the first guy on there. He was the first
Google it.
Interview?
moderator.
Oh,
You know. And he brought his wife in and took tooth out of her. What the hell?
What about the bear from the
Oh.
zoo?
Oh, that one, I liked.
Yeah, they called me in the office. guy says, I got a problem over here, I got a bear in a chair,
I know,
and I need
it's-
some help.
Bear in a chair.
And I went over there, and there's a bear.
You're not trained for
They had a
this.
baseball,
As
baseball
a
bat
wedge.
in his jaw. Guy was asleep.
I
Wow.
would love to, like,
But-
videotape that.
The other one was,
That would have gone viral.
Would've.
Seriously.
God, who was in, oh God. She got an Oscar.
You gotta give us
Oh, there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Give us a
When
decade
she was
more.
a kid.
The
Like,
one,
how kid? Like,
Ju-
a child
Julie-
kid or?
Yeah, like a 9-year-old or something like that.
the one.
I just
Shirley
said
Temple.
O'Neill, Tatum.
Oh,
Tatum.
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 That was Tatum.
She was,
She was in
the
school.
youngest
And she was getting some ortho, and she came in.
Oscar.
I took her a couple of baby teeth out for her,
Every single one.
and
This is
the
all
girls
cash.
didn't want to cash the check because it was written by
Here's the one.
her dad. The check was signed by her dad.
Why do I have a
It's
baseball?
so tiny.
So anyway, right after that, she won the Oscar for,
Oh, so it was before she won the Oscar.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all so.
But right after that, she was in the movie and won the Oscar.
Yeah, I can't
So,
remember the name
was
of
she
it.
filming the movie?
No,
It was just
she was here in
No, that's a-
Fenster School.
Again,
Fence to ranch
I
camp?
think.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
she was in Rockland.
So you took out a tooth right before she was I think she might still be the youngest. I don't know, we'd have to Google that, but she might be the youngest
Yeah, she was. She was the youngest
At the time.
person
Oscar winner
to win an Oscar for.
of all time. So I told you, he's taken out
He wasn't
some.
very old.
And they had room.
And then-
for United Way.
Why do I have Steve Garvey's baseball?
Oh,
US soccer. Just spell it out.
who the heck gave that to me?
Can I get a pillow?
Huh?
For.
So how long
now?
it'll take her.
Okay, another question.
Next.
Moving on.
What's the best story you heard about your grandparents?
Hey.
Oh, God.
Sophie, come here.
Yeah, but I still wanna know what their answer is. But I get to go first if I can think of something. Best story I heard about my grandparents. I think the one about how Grandpa Burdette used to work on steel buildings and I'm afraid of heights like nobody's business, so I respect that.
And his
Or
father,
You just walk back and forth.
Yeah, your grandpa.
his,
On
I
beans.
answered it. What's the
his
best
father was a
Building.
circuit riding minister.
Yeah, I would say there was a circuit riding minister for her, but then,
They built these,
So that's,
Do you know
so
that?
your grandparent.
working at
Grandpa
the,
Burdette.
they built these big.
Why can't I
was,
think
big
of
Oh,
it?
we go back to
towers.
it.
You know,
So
how we
Power.
were figuring out it was related to nuclear
And he
war.
would go in there and he'd climb all the way up to the
He
top
worked
of
at the
Chernobyl?
water,
They had
he worked
things
at
at
the
the
water
bottom of these
plant
things that no one
for
would
the
do.
coolant, where he
And
helped,
dude,
probably
yeah,
helped
he'd
work
go
on
and
the
do it.
coolant
And he
for the
became
nuclear,
the steward of that.
nuclear reactors.
So
Yeah,
I
he
was,
worked on a lot of really
She was
pretty
telling me where he
famous-
worked and what he smelled like when he got home, and I was like, wait a minute, that
That
year
was
lines
from
up.
DuPont.
Yeah, and I was like, wait a minute, DuPont worked on creating coolant stuff for the nuclear reaction.
Yeah?
He stunk so bad, he could not, and he didn't want me near him.
And she would say, that's what she said, he stunk, and I'm like, that's shoulder. He worked for the DuPont plant when they were making the, so we tracked them all back and found that they did in fact have the same plant.
And he was excused from the war.
They were,
As a-
he couldn't tell anybody what he was doing, and
Yeah,
no
you
one else
should
knew
get
what he was doing.
oh,
I don't know if they knew what he was doing.
It's unusual.
I don't know what he was doing.
don't worry.
That-
Don't worry.
they were making heavy water for the.
It's not to the danger levels yet, I know.
So anybody else, anybody else have grandparent stories?
Anybody else have grandparent stories? Come on, boys.
Oh.
Come on, guys.
Good tip.
I'll see.
Grandparent stories.
I'm saving, only because.
What kind, I think you're looking for what variety of
No,
story.
no, just cheers you.
What's the specifics, what was the adjectives, or what kind of story?
just said,
Interesting.
what's the best story you heard about your grandparents?
Best story.
That I heard, I didn't experience.
Right.
That's weird.
I would say for
So it's
mine,
only one
Where
of
they
their
would
stories
say
that they
that.
told us, not a story that I have of them.
It could be whatever you want. We could just break the rule, whatever. So
I
Amy's
know.
got one now.
I would
It's
say
just
the
a
best.
conversation starter, it's not a rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the best
It
story
is.
that I have from my grandparents is that my grandpa was a
Smoke them.
Yep, he was a smoke jumper, and so I learned a lot about the smoke jumpers when I went back to the reunion with him and my mom.
Missoula.
Back in Missoula, Montana in 2015. And what I did learn was that when he jumped out of the plane, right at the beginning, he kept his boot on because he hurt his ankle, and he actually broke his ankle and kept his boot on because he knew that if he took it off, he would have not been able to get it back on. They would have kicked it out of the program, and so he kept it on for like 6 weeks, and then his ankle was never again.
Hey, Craig, will you grab me a tissue, please?
We left you,
There's
Grandpa.
Are you-
something,
Are
You
you
mean-
getting choked up?
Kleenex?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, she's getting misty.
there is
I got
something
misty one.
In his room.
itching my nose, yes. I don't know what it is.
So that was
That was
the
fine
day.
until like
Yeah,
they left
we'll
it.
find out.
So thank you.
Make sure you hide it somewhere.
That they're like so well nervous, so it usually takes a couple goes before they're comfortable.
Yeah, that's what you
Don't
feel
eat.
with
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She would split up. And
She's like, well, I was gonna
sometimes
give you
I'll
one.
like,
She's like,
I'll be going through something or I'll like reach into her purse. I'm like, oh my god, there's a wet. Like she'll be like, oh, I need you to get this thing out of my purse. And I reach in there and it'd be some nasty pile of
I'm
wet.
sure they were all dry by the time.
That is
No,
You
they-
should have saved that for the memories of your mom.
Oh, I have enough of them.
But Dad used to say, I see Kim was here today.
Yeah, I lift the pillow up. Oh, I have some. Ah! Kim was sitting here. Oh my god.
Your grandparents have been married for 58, right? 58 years. So 2 years. Right behind you guys.
You have a
Well,
story?
you know, with this story here, I was gonna say, you know, I've always threatened to write a poem called Issues with Tissues. You know, I've had issues with tissues.
I thought you had a story about
We-
your grandparents.
Yeah,
We go through-
I had one, but I let it go because it's like, move
We
on.
go through so many at our house. Thank God for Costco. Amy says she just blows through them.
That's true.
I
He has
told him
clean
we
dad
needed
jokes.
tissues, and he goes, not again, I just
Wow.
got them.
He has clean dad jokes. You have dirty old man jokes.
From his database. Kind of scenario where you
From my
Old
database.
fraternity.
What is it?
What are your most treasured family recipes?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that one.
You answer it first, because it's your card and then they can answer.
What was it?
What are your most treasured family recipes?
Oh.
What?
I made it one once, and they weren't real.
I think a lot of ours are actually our families have been like passed through somebody like a friend.
Just pass.
Hog's ass
If
and
you don't have
homemade.
one. If you can't think of something anybody made, grandma, me.
I like grandma's brisket, I'm just gonna throw it out.
Yeah, grandma's soup brisket. Good old
It's
Lipton's
liter-
onion soup.
It's
I
literally
don't
the
even
recipe
care,
on
I
the
just-
side
I
of
like
the
the
Lipton
Don't
box.
care. It's still delicious.
Yeah, like it's not, I think it's less about the recipe and it's more about the process and like the effort she goes through. She
I
calls her
think it's-
favorite butcher and she goes and she talks and she has to get that and then she has to do everything. Like it's the process of it and care, not so much that it's like the best tasting food I've ever had. It's just it's like this is what my grandma does and I really like
I think it's like latkes or like
it. Sheepish Peter never makes those.
Yeah, but still.
we used to make them.
Yeah,
even
your
when
grandma
we were
I get
little.
that's true. That counts. That counts.
How about rum balls?
That
That's like
yeah.
I think it's we're the ones that kind of started all the new traditional recipes.
I got that recipe before when you guys were.
'Cause
I got it
she's
from
such
Dawn.
a- She's such a
then
good
he
cook.
adjusted it,
Oh,
so then it's like we have like our own traditional things that aren't necessarily what our family used to.
Dad has some recipes too that I think
Yeah.
I can't think of.
Just one doesn't stand
Yeah,
out. So
yeah,
next.
yeah.
So
Oh my
yeah. So
gosh.
what was your?
He has an answer.
For what?
Treasured family recipe.
This is very.
I like your chili.
Huh?
I like your chili.
What's a treasured family recipe that you have from like?
Soppy.
I thought you said zombie originally.
Sabi, it's so
Sabi.
food.
Yeah, I remember you made that, but I don't remember what
And
it
I
was.
told him, I said, I made it, and our kids
It
were
was kind of a,
real impressed.
you brown the beef chunks and
Then you get it soapy.
and a lot of
Celery.
celery,
Sounds sloppy.
And
and a little bit of onions, and you get this stewy mess there,
Oh,
and you put it on bread.
yeah, I remember that white bread, oh, the
It's
white
like
bread.
mayonnaise before mayonnaise.
That was always good.
I just fell in love with that recipe from this movie.
It was all soppy,
Those are
cause
stitches.
it's called soppy,
Yeah,
so it's
those.
soppy,
And then-
cause it makes your bread all.
This
shit's
right
and
soppy.
Wash my face.
Okay, next person.
Should I pick?
Anybody else have cool family recipes?
Actually, you do. Your mom's cake.
Yeah, red velvet cake.
Oh,
That's what I was gonna
red
say.
velvet cake, you're right.
Hers is-
You are right.
That's like your favorite
A
thing.
thing.
It is my favorite
Do you
thing. My
remember
mom
the
has.
story?
Yes, I
Of
do.
how they got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like the hotel or something.
Mhm.
I gotta say the ham that we made at Easter,
They made it
we always
public by
stuck
putting it
those
in the
pineapple
newspaper.
cloves in.
They wanted
I
the
like
recipe.
other ones.
Ham?
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
fierce
Yeah.
flavors.
Yeah.
Secret recipe.
Really?
Sometimes companies come with recipes
all the
of
old
like
stuff.
published
Ham,
recipes.
pineapple,
I
Like
thought
the real one. Like Disney
I thought
during the
you said
pandemic, that's
hand
releasing
is
their
white.
like
We
private
should taste
recipes
their
for their
We should have like a
churros
talking
and for the
stick.
Dole Whip. It's bullshit. It's not actually what they use.
Like my mother-in-law has a pudding recipe that her father's mother
Hello.
used to make, and then he would go into town and sell it. Like he'd have to bring the table on his head and have his buckets of puddings, and that they had to make in their own little clay things, and they would go sell it in the market, sell the pudding recipe, and it's like
good.
generations old.
Wow.
Martha always.
Oh.
Yeah, they.
His dad's,
Oh,
so
really?
her dad's mom
Yeah,
would make the puddings and send him into town
That's
to
the
go
old
sell
man
them.
that
You
went
gotta make a movie, like a biopic called The
His
Pudding
mom.
Peddler.
They did other stuff. It's just
Oh,
that was
his
one
mom.
of the things that they did on the side when they weren't
Yeah,
working in the
I
rain.
think that
So
was already
Martha
done
dad's
Biopics
mother.
are all the rage right now.
So
by
4
Bill
generations.
Cosby.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
Cosby.
Okay.
because he likes pudding and he likes putting.
You don't have
peanuts
to make
where
it weird.
Yellow.
Was this? Let's think. Was this the
Sorry.
appropriate context to share
Sorry.
this?
Left turn there.
Oh my god. This got dark.
I don't know. What would you like to accomplish before you next see your family? Okay.
Wow.
It's supposed to be me?
You have 0 time because you have to answer this and you're
Time's
on
up, bitch.
What would I like to accomplish? I don't know when the next time I'm going to see everybody is. I'm going to say I'd like to move.
Oh, that's sad.
I don't say, but
She
to
was
move
planning to
forward.
before she came here,
I've
so.
been planning to move for years and I keep staying.
It's not to move away, it's to move forwards towards something.
Yes.
I want to move too.
I would like to have
Be
some
running
food
towards
growing
something.
before the end of, the supply chain. I would like to make sure that I have all my shit in gear.
Can't grow anything when it's 110 and 0
Well, yeah, I can't
Oh,
grow
we
shit
can
out here. I would
grow
grow
things.
potatoes and peppers.
Except
That's
that
about
how
it.
did we get it
Days,
in Virginia
Vince
when
should have
we
grown
went
that
Well,
way.
she's talking about in
I
the
know what
days,
she's
like
talking
if there was Armageddon,
I know.
there's no more water, you
I
gotta
don't even
get
mean
talked about
Armageddon.
it
I just
this
mean there's
past
too many
week.
people with too many guns in the grocery store because one too many things got missing. I mean,
There's a place
Kevin's
in
about to murder somebody for some GIF. So I mean, if we get any worse,
There's a
Peanut
place in
butter?
LA that sells bunkers.
because the recalls and he's like,
Sells
there's no
bunkers.
chicken.
It sells doomsday bunkers.
That's not how many
Yeah, right
guns
off
you
the
have.
405. Yeah.
How many?
What is a Tuesday bunker?
How many
even look
bullets?
Like what
Yeah,
else?
I'm not. I'd
Some
rather
are
not
two,
do the
some
violence.
are-
They just
thing.
dig and put in the
I would rather
ground?
just have a nice little farm where I make everything
need
myself.
You can fill it up with
Water,
gun.
food, you can lock the door and stay in
Yeah.
There's
there.
septic
Fine.
tanks
One of
with
those.
little doors connecting.
Yeah,
No,
I
they've
did have all
got
kinds
air
of potatoes
filtration
and beans
systems, they've
and
got
squash to make
conservatives,
sure
they've
that
got water built in, they've
all
got
the
storage
family is
space,
taken
they've
care
got
of.
bunk beds and.
Where do you get these?
and I
There's
might
a place in
actually
LA
want to
that
grow
has
something like
massive
flax
warehouses,
so
they
I can
just
have
sell
my own
bunkers.
linen.
And there's a sign outside that says Doomsday Bunkers
So
sold.
I'll probably
Late
like
50s,
at one
early
point
60s, they were
because cotton
building
isn't
bunkers
as
and homes
effective.
everywhere.
You have to get
Yeah.
a massive amount of cotton to
Except
get
my
any proper
house.
thread from that. So flax is much more efficient. So you can for making thread, and sheep would cost too much. So I put it all planned
I mean,
out.
no
I just
one
need to
would
get
want
that
to
out.
West Virginia. What's that?
Easily.
The only thing there's is
I'll just
I live in West Virginia.
Land
I
and
live
water.
in West
That's
Virginia.
No,
your
but-
grandma
Evan,
should.
Yeah.
next time you
That's
see
why
the
I'm gonna go to
family,
Virginia
what's your next
and
favorite?
terrorize the ghost of some Confederate soldier.
because the only thing there's the FBI,
Always 50
the
pounds.
FBI
You'll
field
lose 50
trip
pounds.
Yeah.
You wanna lose 50 pounds
Sam
before you see your
is in
family again?
Clarksburg, which is
Sam is
about 12
gonna go
miles.
into hiding for a
Hey,
while.
sir.
I don't know if that's possible, but
Except
I
two
don't
of
think
my
you have
high
50
school
pounds.
classmates were arrested for
You're
trying to
gonna find
Why?
him somehow.
Oh, crap.
don't worry, I'll gain 50.
Gain 50 and then you lose it.
Yeah.
How would they know? They'll never know. You just say, yeah, I lost.
I can't believe those two guys.
They're gonna wear like 10 rings.
I know.
I'm just telling you that.
And all of this group of guys and gals that came out of it.
You know,
I
when
know.
we were in
Oh,
high
he's
school, the
opening
smartest
another
guys
gift,
in
huh?
class did the stupid shit.
Yeah.
I think they'll start next.
What are you doing?
He's opening the next present.
Sneaking it out.
Open it, yeah. Well, yeah, I can tell you.
Both dogs make it back
Are
in?
you getting-
What's that?
Did both dogs make it back in?
Oh, yeah,
They
one's down
had-
here at your feet,
I
one's
just
back
thought
on the
you
bed.
They're supposed to pass.
It was
Do you
back
want
on
the
the bed.
next
She might be in the
one?
crate.
No, I don't want
She's-
to open one. I
she's
just
under the
wanted
bench.
him not to open them all if he wasn't supposed to.
So,
She's under the bench. I see her.
I'm not
yeah,
a
the
genius.
two high school classmates.
You can
Yeah,
just stop
they all
at the
look like-
period. You
they all
know.
look
We
like
have that
books.
period. We said that.
You all look like dogs. Got that.
Arrested by the
That was a
I
good
didn't run up on
imprint.
FBI.
You did a good job. We'll have to test that
I
theory.
think that,
Well, we can't look for the town.
FBI
I think he's
fingerprint.
kinda getting the clue.
Clarksburg, West
That one
Virginia.
all
Oh, now
I'll
they're
get all that.
Oh, really? Take care of that too.
Yeah, thank you.
Everything in history
You're gonna scoot in,
of
Kevin?
fingerprints.
Second.
Don't
You
say no on
You
the
can't
way.
do that.
I'm
I have a
having
funny
your
story about that
You're
place.
fine.
Okay,
So, when I very
I
first
didn't
got
know that you were right there.
my insurance license and I was working at Primerica, one of the things that you have to do was you actually go and like get your fingerprints and you have to mail them. Well,
You have to mail them yourself?
I had to mail myself at this specific one because COVID was going on and everything. Well, I thought that I was mailing them to the FBI. So I looked up an address
You want a
online
macaroni roll?
and mailed it to the FBI. I was supposed to mail it to my corporate, like my corporate headquarters, and then they would take care of it. So I'm sure this is a fingerprint of mine floating around somewhere.
It's from
It
West
would be
Virginia.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
we
true.
had them flown in
So what's that?
There's Morgantown,
I had.
for mom and dad.
Morgantown, where the university
What
is.
else is in it? Macaroni.
Yeah, you're gonna have to read all this to mom, cause
I
she.
know.
You get bedtime stories now, yay.
Mhm.
It's,
I can see
the
certain
pepperoni
pictures.
rolls are for,
So what happened, so you went from Fairmont
that
to
was
where?
a big deal for them.
What was your next stop?
home.
Well, to
So we had
Morgantown, because that's where I was in dental school, and I was there with, Pud was my roommate, as well as my first cousin. He was a couple of years ahead of me, but
Praise him.
only because he went to summer school like I did.
You wanna go inside?
In the summer leading up to going to college,
Hey.
and during college.
Here's mom.
Hey, hey, hey.
Because we were in the same class.
Dummy.
But he had
I'm
all
sorry,
this
your
stuff
pillow
he
moved.
went to summer school and college,
No, it's coming from.
all went back to giving him a
Come here, baby.
master's degree.
Come on.
But I
Come
went
see
the long
Daddy.
way.
I think
stayed
his
2
daddy
years
sits
as
right
an
down there.
undergraduate.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
you
but
know,
you stood
like,
up,
around
I know what
stood
you
next to
mean.
grandma.
That wasn't a
and
good
you
I
thought
had
that
it
was a
on, I
really
don't
good
know if it
attack.
was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Oh,
now,
God.
now I told you, he's
You're funny, boy.
living in Boca Raton in Florida, and $265 million.
That's fine, it'll be underwater. soon.
Well, he was the president of the
What'd
University
you
of
do to
Maryland.
that
He comes
advertisement?
down. Huh?
What'd you do to the
Or
advertisement?
Gosh.
You never
Yeah,
know.
but
Oh, I should
Pud
have.
is Pud and Ed is Ed,
You told me
so.
about
They're all, I know, that's
Everybody's
let's say about Kevin. Kevin's
It
gonna
was
make
a
lots of money and be
foundation.
super popular, and I'm gonna be some
It's
ranch
a
in
nice
the middle of the
picture.
woods, and
You're, I'm like,
it's gonna be great. I'm
What's in
looking
the
forward to
kitchen?
it. No, I'll just be the family poor, it's fine.
It's a good place
Steve-
for us.
Steve can get out of there.
How do you know?
You can go this way. You
Oh, I
know.
think it's gonna be hilarious. Like, I put this out, I just know you're just gonna be like, "Nah, you're gonna end up a senator. Like, just, it's.
Okay,
I already picked
You
one.
want to-
What you got?
There's no-
What lessons are most important to teach to the next generation?
Yes, you have to.
what
Okay,
lessons,
did you
hear it? Can you tell us what he read?
No, listen.
what lessons are
Teacher.
important?
Teacher in the house.
I'm losing my
Who's
mind.
talking?
It's like, just taking turns is
What'd
not
you say?
a thing in this.
No, it's not. That's why you have to fight for your
It's
spot.
so hard.
What lessons are most important to teach to the next generation?
Taking turns. Okay.
Take a turn.
It's
I'm
not my
glad it's not
turn.
my uncle that told me when
Listening.
he was 21.
I know,
Shoot your brains
what lessons?
I don't know if I am wise enough, but
What lessons?
Evan's answering first. Remember the person who reads the card?
I don't know. It's a tough one.
You can have multiple.
Yeah, because it says lessons plural, so I don't know.
Oh.
I don't have that
A,
many
B,
lessons.
C, D.
You could pass.
All you need is a lesson.
A lesson, what have you learned?
Don't be a bitch.
Have you learned that lesson
Don't
yet?
say please and thank you.
Say please and thank you, and
Don't be racist or sexist.
Come on,
Don't
something
be a
unique,
hater.
something that you.
Mind your own business.
You're not gonna get in trouble.
Like, what would you want your
Don't
children
touch
to learn?
hot things.
What would be important for your children
treat
to
women
know?
with respect. Treat everybody with respect. How about that?
Recycle.
Recycle
What'd
your
you say?
Treat everybody with respect.
I think
and
that's great.
always
Similar to mine.
always
Buy electric.
always leave the gas tank full and return it to somebody.
Aww.
Take showers.
Anybody else?
You can slot it
Kindness.
down
Kindness. Be
Don't
kind.
be
If you're
Don't
kind,
be a
a lot of
hoe.
things get resolved.
Those are important lessons.
You
Have
know,
you been in
it's
a school with a
What's
bunch
that?
of kids that smell around
I was
you?
down in the middle.
You're gonna go
Notice
away.
all the Schneider-
I remember in school, those kids were nasty.
What do you got?
Is there a holiday tradition you dread?
Great timing.
Don't look at me.
You
What
can
the fuck?
You
There's
can
nothing I dread. It's like,
Stop looking at me. Look at somebody else. Look at mom.
Oh, no, you're up, buddy.
not answering the door on Halloween.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
What
actually.
do you say?
Answering the door at Halloween.
We don't have to do it anymore.
It's not exactly an all-day event, but that works.
I hate that.
I thought he said it was what?
A holiday.
Oh, I thought he said all, you know.
No,
like,
what does it say?
holiday.
An all-day
Is there a
tradition.
holiday tradition you dread?
A holiday tradition that you dread.
We don't have to do it anymore, but every year for New Year's we used to have to eat sauerkraut.
That's about as gross as answer.
Your last name is Schneider.
I
Yes.
still don't
That's
like
a
it.
Kraus name.
I don't like it either.
I'm with you. I'm not liking it either.
I
And
like
it
it.
cooks all day long,
It-
and they, boy,
It makes the house smell
Yeah,
terrible, but it's really
it
good, so I'm fine with it.
and you know what? In order to get the kids out, if I ever want the kids out of the house for the
Just put
day,
some sauerkraut on.
make them pork and sauerkraut, they're all gone.
Sweet.
I can smell it from outside the house when I get
Oh, man.
outside the
Boy, that
garage.
sounds so good.
I don't know if I'll be able to smell it anymore.
Really?
Well, maybe it all
No,
tastes
it's
the
boring.
same. I probably smell anymore.
Oh, Trey, we'll have you over then.
Alright, Trey, you're next.
Yeah?
You have one bite left,
Pick one.
and that bite is just staring at you.
He's just gonna save it
That's the one I'm
in case of the apocalypse.
Which is, you picked the same
Bro.
one.
You get-
Oh,
Wait,
pick-
what?
pick-
Oh.
pick something.
Pick from the other side maybe, or
Those
just
in the
plates
middle.
are-
in the middle.
Those
Pick in the
plates are
middle.
kinda
Just
cool.
take one from the middle.
You know, those plates are so much cooler than I thought they were gonna be.
They're pretty cool, aren't they?
Those are the ones I ordered from Amazon.
Music reminds you of childhood.
We did that one already. What?
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you must have pulled from the
What'd
back.
you do?
It's fine though.
Pull in the middle, Trey.
Go again.
Well, he wasn't here.
Yeah, I didn't hear you either.
What are you glad you learned from your family? Why is that such a bad thing?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were. I didn't. I thought that was like a happy, like a, oh wow, not like a really gross. No. Like,
Oh,
No,
I thought you guys were like saying a really bad thing, but I don't know.
Every question's deep, Trey.
that is a deep question though.
What page? Can you read it again loud?
Actually,
They
I
can
think I
hear
know
it.
it. Oh,
Give us a
what are you glad you learned from your family?
What are you glad you learned from your family?
Yeah.
You didn't want to answer, did you?
I would say probably to be active and try to play sports. Yeah.
Who taught you that?
Well, my parents.
What sport did you
Baseball.
Oh yeah!
My dad literally said you
forgot
have
about
to
all
play
those
one
games.
sport, but you can choose what it is.
Every time you
Yeah!
go around, we take you to baseball games.
I remember you, I was like, oh my god.
I played baseball,
So
eh?
many games.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm just more active now because of it, but yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I think what I've learned from my family is just from I learned that with Drew and Evan and Trey and Reed, how the closeness of them. I'm very fortunate because they all are extremely close. And so I'm glad and fortunate that they all reach out to each other. So hopefully that will always continue. Greg, anything?
No,
What?
nada.
Oh, I have one.
Good.
I learned that the dogs need a lot of care, and you need to take them outside. And you have to give them
You hear
attention.
that, Grandpa?
You have to show care, and it'll pay off for the dog. Yep.
Gonna make him give you half the rounds.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I was thinking of Sophie because she was sitting right here.
She's so needy.
I learned her family's very white
I can
and
fight for
sensitive.
your turn.
You know what? Not
Especially with
wrong.
red hair.
What did you say?
I learned our family's very
We're
white
white and needy.
and we need sunscreen.
Yeah, we don't tan, we just burn.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Do you guys remember anything you learned from your families? Before with us? With the family that you made or the families you had before?
Are you talking to me?
Still.
He doesn't.
Family you had
Do I have a
before.
family?
Is there something I don't
Same one
know?
we've been answering. What did you learn? Read it again.
You skipped
From your
it.
family.
What are you
No, we're
glad
not
you
going
learned?
in order.
Oh.
It's just whatever.
What did I learn?
It's the same question. So he read the question, and Amy had something to say, and Evan had something to say. Does anybody else? Do you
What-
guys have something
What,
to say?
what did you say? What was the question?
Read the question again.
What are you glad you learned from your family?
Do not steal a goddamn watermelon from the gallery's yard.
Okay, I will not steal a watermelon.
And take it back.
Did you really?
Yes.
Steal watermelon?
And I took it back.
Were they
And I went
growing
up to
it?
the door and I said, here's your damn water.
That's what you learned?
A goddamn watermelon.
Was it
That
big?
sounds very.
Yeah, it was huge. It was a big watermelon.
Not just a regular one. A goddamn watermelon.
And his dad had a grocery store, that doesn't make much
They
sense,
made
does
me
it?
carry that damn thing all the way back.
You didn't need it. You just wanted it. How old are you?
Well, it looked like it needed to.
To be picked.
How old? How old were you?
I was in-
look like
I was in
watermelon.
elementary school, but
it was probably
it was
round.
probably 4th or 5th grade.
27.
You know,
I was like,
when they had me in a corner reading the encyclopedia,
yeah.
I was so far behind all the other kids because of my age. I hardly was out of diapers when I went to elementary.
Not really.
Well,
You might have still been wearing them, but you.
Burn!
but anyway, you know, I was walking up the hill to school or walking back.
Both
There
ways.
was a damn watermelon.
And it didn't roll down the hill.
That's because it's West Virginia. You know, you could have turned around. You don't have to walk that way.
That's good. That hill was something fierce. I used to have to, the old Schwinn bicycle, I used to have to pick it
Backwards.
up and go this way,
Up the hill.
this way.
Kind of like
You walk
Yeah.
with the
Yeah, to swallow them
bicycle?
up.
Boy, that's cheating.
Switchbacks.
That thing,
There are a lot of hills. I mean, you have to park on the hill. I mean,
It didn't weigh
Yeah.
100
Well, they're all a bunch of coal fields, so they're just like rolling hills. You top them and you got coal underneath.
Well, it's because it's all old mountains that are no longer mountains.
They were dinosaurs.
New ones that we have.
Not, yes, these are much newer mountains in West Virginia.
Yeah, they're the oldest, I think.
Yeah.
Country
Real.
road.
Right
So
next
I'm
to
gonna
the
go, yeah,
Now, what are these?
I'm gonna take,
Oh, yeah.
no.
Is this like his reward to keep him going?
What if mom?
That's your, yeah, that's yours.
Your turn, open it.
Oh, boy.
Seems like it just if you play
That's
with
very
family
cool.
enough, you can get a new present every time.
Thank you.
What if they were all the same?
Basically are.
Yeah.
Touch yourself.
A lot of them like this.
Are they just different volumes of
Don't be so
the
gentle, tear that down.
Just different cities.
This
That
one,
will-
Yes.
Give it away. Oh, I guess what, guess
If
what's
you couldn't
next?
figure it out.
Yeah, and they're not in order.
Yep, yes, absolutely.
Oh, this is the book where mom was born.
Yeah, because she numbered them for
How
a
do you
reason.
know?
I know.
Ah, that was
oh
mine.
my gosh.
Fort Sill.
Hard sell.
That's where I was born.
I hope my dad was I built that genealogy book.
Well, I guess you know what's coming
Have
next.
you been to Oklahoma City?
Okay, what's
When I
next?
was little.
If that's Fort Sill, where do you think next one?
That's cool.
We went to Oklahoma City.
I had to be back in here.
That's really cool.
All right, now we'll get it over with.
Hurry up.
Yeah, just get it over with.
Oh my god.
What's the question? Who was born there?
Yes, who was born there? Me.
It's not all a card, it's
So
okay.
then, what do you think this one will be? The one that Dad,
It could be
if
good.
I was born here and I'm told to guess, I have no idea.
I wasn't born
I'm just kidding.
See, Craig was
I'm just
born
guessing.
in Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
The what?
Baptist.
Yeah, but that was when I was in Mexico.
Oh, you know what? This is why this is such.
Uh-oh.
They're out of order.
So you've been every
You ruined it. He's never gonna want to read them now. They're all
Baptist, Catherine.
But there's one more.
Oh, wow.
Through the years. Through the years.
You have been working like a little beaver.
Oh yeah, writing all that. That's one click of
All the
Amazon.
pictures you took,
Open it up.
Yep.
open,
Thank you.
there's more.
You got a lot
Are
of
there
ratings.
pictures?
TV's going off. Internet.
Oh,
Everything's
God,
going
I
off.
hope.
Great if the
Are there
TV was
pictures?
on.
I know.
Crystal?
They're
Do
picture
you think
books,
we'll
yes.
survive if
Without
the
the
TV
TV,
goes
so
off?
I
he's
see
gonna
one of
use
those
me
books?
like after the 6th hour.
There's picture books.
That's me, early Tucson. I can't believe when all these roads were.
I can colorize these when we done.
Oh, there was some of them weren't even dirt.
I know.
Then there's only one more.
Yeah, I was talking to someone, they were saying west of like
Is that what the
Loma,
funeral
or
was?
east of Loma. There's nothing.
No.
I remember.
This is,
Riding in the back of the pickup truck down Speedway.
that's a list. That's a list.
Inside
Sign in
all
list.
those games in the late 60s, and Speedway was dirt.
Speedway was dirt.
It was
And
dirt.
I thought that would be
What
interesting.
you had there?
It was dirt.
Isn't
You said dirt?
Boy, they're riding the courses down there.
Isn't that cool to look through that stuff?
Yeah.
Or you have memories, huh?
Great idea.
That dome looks,
Oh, hey, thanks.
that dome looks like an AU right there.
I remember we didn't have dogs. We had dinosaurs.
You grab them all.
Literally.
We just walked the
Like-
Triceratops.
That, you might as well trying to hold a conversation with my father-in-law.
She
I
thinks.
swear he's old as dirt.
And you came up with this.
It's
It's
ridiculous.
amazing.
I know it
Your
is.
father-in-law.
It's amazing what that
He's
is
as old as
aesthetic
Grandpa.
can be.
There's
Some
nothing,
city
there's
center.
nothing after Tucson
Like early, like
but the grave.
No, he's old.
No,
Well, what the hell's that book you're opening then?
That one says early Tucson. What do you
No, she's younger. She's like his third or
Life
fourth
in
wife. Yeah.
Gross.
Nice
Is he a politician?
Yeah, he's like the Roger
All
Stone
over the
of
country.
Mexico. Apparently he's like a big deal.
I remember.
I didn't know that. And, like they didn't tell me shit about
Oh,
it.
Pablo Escobar.
Might as well, honestly. Like the more I hear, the more I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Thank you, Mimi.
Like, oh yeah, he's on live news right now, and I'm like,
I'll
that
have
I
to
am
read them
not,
to,
so like I'm
I'll have to
so
read them
for
to
this,
my
like-
mom, because she can't really.
Oh, that is.
No, just, you know, like a little broom shaker type, you know, cubic
One
acre.
example.
Oh, God, just talking about the music.
But no, he talks about, oh, I
The
remember,
what?
I've been
Munich
interested on back,
Olympics?
back when there was
72.
nothing, and I, oh my.
I remember that.
It was still
It's
Mexican.
like a combination.
That's the name of the book.
We were like, I didn't used to be
Defeating
anything, you could just
polio.
walk across the border.
Fidel
And
With
I'm
your
like,
coyotes.
you probably shouldn't be so young.
Charm Heskey.
Cute.
Hell no.
And
Didn't do
I remember when there was no
Ralph and
round.
Al.
Basically.
I don't remember that.
That's what it's so freaking old.
Yeah.
He's just like grandpa where he just wants to watch movies and tell you everything.
we drove through Oklahoma.
Okay, I'm gonna
We
ask
went
a
to-
question.
we
Is
stayed-
it my
Next.
turn?
Oh, eh.
Now that he has all the books. Oh gosh.
Oklahoma.
Uh-oh.
Why are you looking at me like that?
What'd you get?
Do you have any superstitions?
Oh, you got a lot, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
Like pet peeves.
Is that for you?
That's
for
hers.
you.
What's the
Let's
name
hear it, what
of
you
it?
got?
You
I
know?
don't have
Do
it.
you have any circumstances?
Why does everything have to be?
That was a stretch. Wow.
Why does everything have to be?
Is that
Stunted growth.
Like, is that what that means? What? Because like
Superstitions.
You know,
I
like
have
you won't
one.
walk underneath a ladder or
I
a
have
black
one.
Or
I
if
always-
you, if you say something, and you're
Step
like,
on
oh, God,
crack.
I always felt like growing up, I needed to turn to the right and go to the right. Like if I was making a circle or doing anything, because if I was going counterclockwise,
Superstition is like you won't do something.
I was going back in time. And I was taking, not just going back in time, I was taking years off of my life. And here's another one.
I'm just logging on Facebook, and that's why.
If you drive by specific graveyards,
Yeah.
you have to hold your breath.
Yeah.
You have to go where?
You had to
Hold your breath.
you usually.
But that's how you join them.
I'm still here.
That's where you join.
I would rather stay breathing.
How did you break this?
still here.
Or you lose like
my new followers,
7
like,
years.
is-
How did you break the thing you turned right? And how did you start turning left? Cause the client's in the car.
I was like, are you late to every appointment?
I went right so many times that
You ended up going left.
I have some.
Baked a bunch of
Yeah.
of lights.
That's exactly right. I can go left now whenever I fucking want.
I baked a bunch of
Because I went
I got
right
enough
so
good
many
luck.
times. I'm good.
Do I have any superstitions?
Two wrongs do make a left.
Do you have to wear something before a certain time?
Two rights do make a wrong.
Well, Maggie
You
didn't
know,
make
like the
it.
salt on your shoulder, or if you hear whistling in the desert at night, you close
Yes,
the
you
windows.
probably do. Let me think about that. Yeah, I really.
Trying to 13.
11 past
Up here
hours.
to 13. Step on a crack, big run his back, pound it, pound it.
I used to
No, I
believe in
mean,
that one.
yeah, but.
Does your mom have any superstitions, Drew?
Not that I know of, no.
What happened to her? Come on, Dan.
That's like a disorder.
Oh my god, Danny has so many. Danny,
She
she
gets
has
to pick
a
the next
lot.
Oh, the other Danny.
Yeah.
But it's not like. It's
Not this
like-
one.
But it's like.
Man Danny.
It's not like,
Male Danny.
Yeah. He's crazy.
What?
That's like signs, like that type of, that's not a superstition.
Next card.
Anybody have a superstition? No.
Yeah.
Okay, pass it.
Who else
Yeah.
has superstition? Let's take
Yeah,
you
Kevin
have
has one or
for
two.
you? Nothing? Got nothing to say.
Okay,
I
at what
don't
point
think-
is it
no,
a
nothing.
superstition versus like a tradition?
I don't know, if you keep masturbating, you're gonna lose your sight.
Oh my god, that is what my dad said.
Like a riot
When he
scale,
told
that's
us to the
a
nurses when he
superstition.
was in the hospital.
Is that what
I
happened
told
to
him, I
Mom?
said, could I just do it till I need
Mom,
glasses?
that's what happened to her. You took your job. Jesus.
That's horrible. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, next card, please.
Please. Yeah, you.
Yes, shoot, no, you, oh yeah. My lord, have mercy. Evan, you better stop while you're ahead.
What?
Good answer.
What?
Yeah.
What would you like
have bad
to
eyes.
accomplish before you next see your
No, you
family?
took that one already.
You guys are
Oh
both
my
going
God.
wrong.
Out of the middle.
It depends.
No, just put it in the
Yeah.
back in the middle, put it in the back.
Put it in the
No,
back.
stop putting it in there. because
Why
that
don't
means
you-
you don't
I
want
was-
to.
You just
Yeah.
put it in the
Yeah.
middle.
I know, right?
Reed's
What's
getting
your
triggered.
favorite ride at Disneyland?
Hey.
There's a good one.
Teacups, teacups.
Teacups. Oh,
Well, I haven't been there in like so long. Oh, I can tell you. I know exactly. And I don't. It's probably not even there anymore. It was soaring over California, which became something else.
Soaring over the world.
Now,
James.
soaring over the
Still the
world.
same price.
Yeah.
But yeah, but
which-
some of California's better.
Was that
I
at
love.
the indoor seating?
I love that.
It's a swing.
The soundtrack
that you
smell.
I
have.
can sit on that
Don't
thing all
sound
day.
like
long.
this.
Teacups anymore.
No.
Sleep on.
Look at this
Totally
big
sit on that all day
screen.
long. It's the
Of
best.
a
But
video.
it's inside.
Smell, yeah, it's inside.
Yeah,
You can hear
okay,
it,
That's
smell
my
it,
that was
favorite.
cool.
see it.
That was
Is
cool.
it?
I like that one a lot.
But it is
But
kind of-
This is so relaxing.
There's a chair in it.
Oh,
I
gosh.
don't know.
I think Star Tours is my favorite.
Yeah.
But I haven't been there
It's
all the
really
time, so that
done
might be something
well.
else. That is my favorite.
Yeah, but it's not really a film.
Here, so why? What do you guys go? What's your favorite? You've been there.
Are you letting
All the time.
Just one.
Are you letting
Oh, just there the other day.
Actually, literally.
You're hang gliding. How about that?
Rise of the
You're
Resistance.
not gonna even get through, there's a dog in the way.
And you better go the other way.
I like the new Tower of Terror Guardians of the Galaxy theme.
Oh yeah, that's
Just
fun.
because that one was.
It's super fun.
Okay, kids.
I don't like Tower of the Terror anymore since that kid went sweat.
Because he was
what?
an idiot and took his seatbelt off.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah.
What do you mean he went splash?
There was
Yeah.
okay, so that ride, he took
What
his
year?
seatbelt off this year.
That was
Yeah.
Six Flags though.
Are you
No,
sure?
this was at
Who was-
Disneyland.
That was Six
Somebody-
Flags.
Oh no, this is on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. There's a video of it. I watched it. He's a freaking idiot. After they closed the doors and they check everyone's seatbelt, he took his off, and then he sat there trying to like float. But it's not just gravity. It's pulling you faster than the speed of gravity. So you're gonna hit the top of the ceiling.
And did it?
The kid broke his neck.
Oh.
He hit the top of the ceiling, and God willing, like he didn't kill or hurt anybody else because he could have hit the ceiling, fell down, had some other people like whacked
That's a
him.
Darwin Award right there.
The guy's an idiot. He was banned from the parks.
Love it.
Checked himself out.
Oh, he's not
Didn't
dead?
take any
No.
of it.
He got really damn lucky. He could have died instantly.
So much for
I
the
think he's
Darwin.
talking
Or
about the guy.
fallen out.
No, there was a guy from Six
There was a
Flags
guy
that
that
died.
he was too big, and they didn't strap him in properly, and he literally at the top fell all the way down.
It's one of those
There was
rides
a
where it's
video.
Oh, the outdoor, like the woe bellies.
drop thing, the mega
It
drop,
wasn't at the
Yeah.
top though.
where you like all sit
Like it was
around
coming
The
down
outside.
and he
It
yeah.
hit this. It came down. It hit the stopping point where then it lowers you slowly. Like it made the drop, completed the drop, but then once the machine stopped and caught itself, he continued falling, slipped out, and hit the ground.
So you can see.
sounds
Too much momentum.
No, there's
Yeah.
a video
He
of
was like
him hitting
What's
the
$300
your
ground.
pounds.
You're not supposed to be on that. There's a limit.
I don't want to see that. So.
That's that
You
video.
can't fit in the seat without someone like adding a seatbelt extension. You shouldn't be on the ride.
You want it? I'm sure I can find it. I had it on my Twitter for a while.
It's kind of like hard to watch. It's like it's really sad. It's really
So
sad.
I'll watch it later.
Well, he literally died, right?
No, it shows
Put
the
it in my
video of him
watch
hitting the
later
ground,
file.
and you can hear the
Ah,
smell.
Look at that.
Oh jeez.
And he was like 13.
You can hear the
Look at
bounce.
that sound, a big screen.
I saw one person fall.
It's so great.
They
Yeah.
disintegrated.
Oh yeah, he's flat. That's gross.
There's a lot of
You know,
cleanup
this
there.
is
Heavy
something
bar.
your favorite ride at
You're like really
Disneyland, not your most tragic
Yeah.
story.
Anybody else's favorite ride?
Pirates of the
I
Caribbean. I
haven't been
still
there
love
in
it.
like 10
Yo.
years, so I have no idea. It changed everything.
I like
there.
Well, what's your ride as of what you've last knowingly been
Star
on?
Tours, I would ride
I like
Star
the
Tours
Pirates
all day long.
Caribbean
You know,
or
Star
Splash
Tours is a good
Mountain.
ride.
I do that all day long.
Did
I
we
don't
say
know, Splash
California
Mountain ain't
Adventure?
too
'Cause
wet.
I like that one.
That's
I don't
what
like
we're
it. I
talking
got soaked one time. I was
Yeah, it's kind of a crapshoot.
But I always think of Disneyland
But
as
it's
a
like
separate park.
Disneyland, yeah, so like.
Well,
I
where'd
would-
we go
like,
when we
it's
went?
rides that I would do
When's the
all
last
day
time we
long.
went? We went
Like, if I
there-
could just stay in it.
The last
Peter
time
Pan and Star
I think
Tours.
we
I would
went
do them all day long.
together was with
Peter
Chris,
Pan.
for
I'm
Christmas.
not even sorry about it.
Or not birthday, sorry. 2017.
Yeah, so we went in 2017.
Text it to me. I'll
5 years ago.
Especially after the
I'll
reader.
have it.
Oh,
I don't know
also,
if I
when
can
you
share it.
So that was
I'll do that
pre-Avengers Campus, pre-Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, it's not on YouTube.
It's on
Right.
Splash
It's
Mountain.
not
It's
for the
very
street.
graphic.
The bumblebee cars actually like move a
Yeah.
little bit. Like it's
So I'll
really
take a picture
bumblebee.
still.
Like it's just like I love that.
That's so
I thought
gross.
I had you.
So it's
His
too
brains
funny.
go everywhere.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
No, you just smacked the
3,
ground.
3, 2.
Oh, it's
14
Orlando.
years.
Yeah, it was,
I don't know.
That's a
why.
big ass drop ride.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
253, 342, 1483.
300 pounds and 14 years old.
He was a huge football wrestler, actually. He was a really
That's
nice
like
football wrestler.
3
Let me
people.
see, what do I have for you?
No, it's like 1.5.
Yeah,
I think you
guess.
forget how big I am first.
Huh.
At all.
Not 300 pounds.
No, but like I said,
Several
1.5 people.
Something.
Just need a half. You're a half. You can be my half. We are a whole
Yeah.
person.
You,
Sorry.
you weren't born and raised in the Midwest.
Sorry.
He was like 250.
Oh my god,
Oh,
you better
okay.
slow down.
Oh my god, you never slow down.
Little puppies.
8 o'clock, God, tomorrow morning we're
Did
meeting.
you pick one? Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Pick a card.
Would you rather meet your great grandchildren or your great grandparents?
Yes.
That's a real good question.
Oh.
I really meet my great grandparents. I always hear my grandparents talk about their parents, and I feel like they had a whole life before me. So I'd like to meet them.
Good call.
And I don't have kids yet. Just missing stuff.
But that'd be kind of cool though to like meet your kids.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And be
Yeah.
like, oh, so I didn't screw them up. Oh, like,
I say my great grandkids.
yeah.
I'm going with that.
I think.
That's the whole point of the website that we built, is to be available to our great-great-grandchildren.
Yeah. So they can.
Copy as much data as you can.
Can't wait. That's gonna be so fun to look at all of that.
Because, yeah, my great, yeah.
But like to meet them is different.
I think it's so
Video interviews, so you can actually hear their voice.
I would
and
say-
understand, you know, who they were. And
So I would say that I would do I would say I would do my great grandparents because that's in the past and that can't change. I can control how quickly I make these great
You
grandchildren.
can have your seat back.
So maybe why, are you a butthead, or do you want?
True.
Well, what happened to your kids?
From Back to the Future.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, geez. If you won the lottery, where would you take your family to celebrate?
Stop it.
To my house.
Or Drew's like,
No,
to
Gallus.
win financial, to invest the money.
Either
He's
way.
like, I would go right to win financial.
What was the question?
If you win the lottery, where would you take your family to celebrate?
To the bay.
My word to
Yeah, you're off.
Hey, you know where you're gonna spend your time? IRS court.
Literally.
win financial.
I would probably say.
Tour.
I don't know. I would probably say something local.
Real
Something
tour.
nice. I don't know.
Really? You
Barnyard?
stay local.
Just so that I could have everybody there.
Zingburger. The barnyard.
The barnyard. So that everybody could be there. I wouldn't want to take anybody.
Depends on how big the bottle.
Well, wait.
That's true.
You could load up.
Like none.
Private.
And who else should take?
That's true.
Like if I.
There's ways to go. There's
There's
ways to
no
go.
know what a damn
Ain't nobody
thing
gonna know
is.
a damn thing.
I actually really want to go to Thailand, so.
That's nice over there.
Who
And you
owns
can
it?
live like a king. Everything's cheap as dirt.
No, not
It's
my
like
wife
not-
likes to
it's
live
like
in
not land.
Switzerland right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's got a combination.
It's like
of
Louisiana.
everything.
It's
like
untied.
There were
Number one place in the world right now.
of the top 10. There were 3
What places did recently?
I thought he said Thailand.
No,
We said
it's very
Thailand. You know, we were talking about where to live, and I said, well, what do you think about Switzerland? And she said, no way, too cold, too rainy, too.
That's what I think.
Whatever.
Not enough.
I don't wanna be cold anymore.
No, I was asking him if it's not cold. I mean,
Yeah.
we think it's cold,
Hey,
but.
it
is cold.
I know, it's freezing, oh my God, but I don't
The last
feel
couple
cold.
days.
I think the warm might be
Because he went on
Little princess.
Right.
and
He's
She's been long
I
nose.
just can't see
And
I'm like, oh my God, I
Got
don't.
into something.
Toronto for the first
Watch
time.
my face and out for a second.
Shut up.
My son kicked her off with the It was like, and it's yeah, he's
What is this on?
licks herself.
Just came over here.
Population per capita.
She has a-
Based on lifestyle.
Oh, really? So is it it's like health, money, health, wealth.
The cure is making it
Okay.
worse.
This is the dumbest damn thing, I wish I was saved. Because it's on one of these things, you know, come up here. and-
Yeah.
Are you gonna be selling things like,
No, yeah, that's not really a good time.
for old people? When they.
Long-term care products?
Yeah, we've got one.
The,
I said
what do you call it?
something about.
Diapers, catheters.
She said
It's,
something
the extended life thing, insurance.
Long-term care, yeah.
Yeah, long-term care.
Yeah, I sell long-term, well, I can't sell it myself, but my partner.
Your associate.
So, yeah, so the problem is when I got licensed, I was life licensed. I was not life and health, which is stupid, and I don't know why they did that to me.
That's what, cause I called Corey Williams over at, Chris, and I asked him, oh, this has been 15, 20 years ago. I said, Corey,
Did you?
can you point me in the right direction? So he
I started
pointed
using
me
it
right,
before.
and he got that program.
And you
for
ever
$390
the lights in the car that I got?
long-term care.
So I
And it
actually
covers
just
about
I bought
everything.
some
What are you gonna mention in?
graduation ones
You
that
are
are
covered in
CE
an
certified and
Oh,
other
they're
certified.
Mine were certified.
I was
The ones I sent.
No, not UL and CE. I was too afraid
I don't think
because
they
the
offer
doors,
it.
if you the circuit in the
No, a
door,
lot of how they're doing it
that
now
glass
is
drops.
receipt-based.
Because I
which
thought I
is
got you the
Only
same
if
ones.
the power
You have to
is
actually-
disconnected, so when you pull
You have
the
to
light
pay out
out,
of pocket.
you know how the glass drops? Imagine if the circuitry in it fails, and then the door drops, the contract doesn't drop because the door is open to break off the glass or the trim.
I got you the same ones I got myself.
For sure.
Yeah, those are the China car winner ones.
Cause that,
Yeah,
we
it's
go to-
I don't know if I got you the same
I'm
ones.
sure
you
you
did.
can on that all this time.
They
Hey,
were
it's
they have
stupid
the
now, all the
cease and desist
disclosures
order.
that are coming
stop
out, there's so many little
producing
loopholes
stuff.
that they
But if
throw
you
in.
paid in
Everybody was like,
Thousands of dollars over the years.
They
don't wanna stop.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
stay.
No,
with
no,
it.
now
So
there's
he just
a
wasn't
logo mark,
looking
which
at it.
that's not at all anymore.
Not at all.
No, but because he got all the benefits of what
What
about you different?
where they
What
started
projections do you
installing
have?
all these dumb loopholes.
That's what I
Like,
mean.
during COVID,
There's no.
there was like a bunch of life
You
insurance
can't have
policies
either.
that were null and void
They-
because
No,
in the
It's
actual
illegal now.
like fine print, it
they
says
sent cease and desist orders to every manufacturer.
actually
that you can no longer
every
use.
some sort of event, and so
Global
people
event.
yeah, so people are dying with COVID and working.
No,
with
you
life
can't have a
insurance
Tesla
payouts.
team
It's
to
Not
slow them
payable
up.
under a pandemic.
Your insurance
Exactly.
may not be.
It's
It's
just
just
safety.
declared in a pandemic.
Yeah,
It's just this
exactly.
kind of like athletic, you
had
like
COVID,
tight-waist aerial.
for the first
Yes, I
couple
am,
months,
and it is.
You were deemed Tesla shirt, they shaped
because they did
custom
custom
logo.
logo fast.
Yeah, that's a
So it's
It's not just a T. It's
So
not
most
just
of
a
the long-term, you know, long, what do they call long COVID?
Not making any difference.
and it sucks. It sucks.
The manufacturers, it's, you can't buy them anymore.
So how much were they?
Mine,
Will be 100.
I
That's
got
in the insurance company
some
sales.
ultra brights for the pitch black because you're not pretty dark as it is.
That's why they designed
So
it.
I got some light ones in
I
there.
heard that during 9/11, same idea, same concept.
And then I
Like
got
insurance
the
policy,
Model
take it out.
logo
No, because
that
it's
has
terrorist
the
event.
Exactly,
the
exactly.
Tesla E
I'm just
that
like,
has
that's
the
ridiculous.
That's the production on most of the costumes
You're
that
not
driver
forever
cars.
affordable.
And
Really?
I think altogether,
Volcanoes and tough shit, you're out.
Wow, I had no idea. And that's the
Read the fine print.
But it
It's
took
movement, not
forever
code.
to figure
I
out
don't
how to
know
use it
about
without damaging
Seattle
the door,
or-
and I ended
Well,
up buying a
Seattle, you
spudger
can't get all kinds of
because
insurance.
the
You're
clips
basically.
How
under
about Hawaii?
the plastic windows.
Not like,
Just
I
I'm
kept
sure
trying
you
on
read
that.
that spudger for a fact, but I'm never gonna have it smocked up.
Yeah, well, the spudger didn't work.
How about tsunami?
I had to start digging into that thing so hard.
Where you are
Finally,
now?
I was afraid it was gonna break the door. Because I'm watching these videos of people, and then where's the
South America
and
North
North
America,
America, where the clips were
tiny little
because mine
Yeah,
had to
they
like
should cover
dig
you.
the
into
Panama
the
Canal.
thing.
So once you find the
Those are sitting in my trunk.
You can turn around and sell them for like $300.
Probably now that you can't buy this anymore.
$300.
People are selling shit on eBay now.
You could.
Because you can't make them anymore. So
I
everyone's
wonder
selling
what, I
them.
don't,
But yeah, there's
I'll
a
have
little
to show
canal
you
that cuts through.
mine.
the Panama Canal.
I did save them though, because I'm like,
Um,
maybe like one day, like if I'm not as worried or whatever, and then I'll use them. But
No, maybe that's not it. Where is it?
I don't even care. I mean, I care for like 2 seconds. I'm like, just
Yeah,
like cars on the
yeah,
road.
Is it near
Central
Panama
America.
City?
no, it's
Right
not.
at
If that can be traced back
narrowest
to the
part
light,
between
Yeah.
the
and that goes
and
into your
Central
logs.
America.
As soon as you disconnect that light, it's in the log.
don't hurt
Listen.
her.
Disconnect that light.
The Colon, whatever province, Panama. Yeah, so boats go through. It's the cheapest way.
It's still in the log that you remove the lights.
Instead of having to sail
Saying
all the way
that
around.
It became
And
disconnected.
it's
on
attributed
its
because
own.
isn't it like there's like a
I mean,
There's
sell that.
that's
to
on the
us.
law.
what's on the
That's not
east
on
side?
me.
This is the west coast. West coast is Pacific. East coast is Atlantic. And the
I
Atlantic
mean,
is
try it.
lower
We'll
level
see,
than the
but
Pacific, right?
They have
So
done
boats go
nothing
into
but,
like a weird
been
thing
very
and then
cool
it lowers
with it.
them.
They've
and
come
then
out.
That's
they-
the whole idea behind the lift.
Placed everything.
It's crazy.
done
Yeah. So
everything.
yeah, I haven't.
Which is higher?
They've never done that before. I have no idea.
Pacific
I had
is
moisture.
higher than the Atlantic. So when they're going through that canal,
Which has the
Tail
greatest
light.
salinity.
will go
Oh,
into
you
it
have, like,
and then it
water
will
bottles?
drain the water onto
Yeah,
the wash and then it goes. So it's
I've
like
never like run it through.
I bet you go into the little like canal thing.
And predominantly the
Well,
reason
you shouldn't,
being
because it's bad for you.
because
It's smaller.
the ocean.
Amazon.
You know, what happens is it heats, it rises,
Pressure.
and it rains on every mountain, it runs into the
We were
sea.
in the
Cozumel
is
has air
so
How about the
Quintana
train?
Roo is near where
South,
You should, yeah.
South Pole
yeah,
Creek.
Belize is because it has that.
You know,
What about?
air.
Interesting.
Oh, the South Polar Current?
Yes. Walk.
Yeah, but that ends in stops.
Quintana Roo is
That's not.
Wait till the Gulf Stream stops and they fix
Quintana
it.
Roo is
You're gonna see the low pressure turn into icing.
But you have to
It
work
could
that
never
out.
happen.
It's
It's
free.
really nice.
Some of the
Sometimes
the United States is right there. Okay, so
They've got
So
those
it's like Army
Yeah.
Mars, and he has service stations like 4 within a 12-mile radius, but I still can't get
What
it.
time do you have to leave,
Because
Trey?
everyone in California.
We won't see it, but it could happen.
And they won't come to my house either. Like everyone else talks about
We wanna get a
their
couple
mobile
pictures
service.
before you leave.
They never had everyone that had a chance to have a mobile
close to
service.
my
It just takes really.
I mean, when I'm there, the service is good, but
Well, it's definitely open.
I'm so tired of having.
I never asked for it.
We did those
They
two
just,
and then
this is what we're gonna do. I used to go to the places that they always, they're like, we're gonna come out to your house.
That would make
Yes.
sense if salinity.
Some things they can't,
So we
though.
essentially we went from here to
I've never
here.
had the opportunity. I always end up driving around.
We went sailing and we went here,
Make it shallow.
You're lucky.
here,
I end up trying to Uber everywhere. I'm fucking vouchers.
and then we went
It's really nice.
Well,
And so,
they're
they're so cool when it comes to your house.
I mean,
He's
the
like,
service in
your
general.
charger needs this. and he needs
Higher
this.
than
Higher
this.
than.
Yeah.
Ever.
So we went on our cruise, we
And
went
then
from
But the thing I don't understand, they
Cozumel,
say
so we went here.
Mauna Kea
It turns
Came
two
down on Century,
next
and then
Thursday.
went back.
the other one, Mauna Kea.
Oh, no, no, we went to
Yeah,
Galveston.
the
We
two
went
big
on
ones on
Galveston.
Vegas.
So we
Mauna
went
Kea
here
is
to
a
here.
little
Mine
higher.
just turned
Here
on.
to here, and then
Closer to the ocean.
I bought it,
Seattle.
gas was $1.90.
But you're talking about a cone.
So we started there.
Versus geologic
Yeah.
compression.
What?
The Indian place.
I haven't seen
like
lower than.
$200,000.
Actually, when I first started
$99.
driving, it was $265 when I first started driving. It's never gone down.
Places wanted to buy.
Well, because you live in California.
Yeah, I started in Washington. It was $365.
Bye.
Too
late.
I'm gonna get out of this room.
I don't know if this room's for that.
Your guys' gas is probably the cheapest in the country.
I'm gonna try it, cause I can't.
Because nowhere else has
Hey,
$10.
I do want to show
Oh, I
you.
don't have my
Are you
watch.
allergic?
We're supposed to take a picture,
Are you
I
but I do want to show
scroll
you.
up on the
But I
damn
never
thing.
have a
On the
problem.
Yeah.
Something's
That
happened.
video.
I don't know if something got, like if I got a
Didn't we
tissue
get pictures
from
already?
something that had sand.
Not with
Balance
Trey
on
and Reed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To get
Let's
the
get